Good morning, happy day 8 of Deck of TBRathon. Hope you all are having a great day and that the first week of Deck of TBRathon went well. So it's Thursday, not much going on at work today, hardly anything that I can think of. So we'll see what I can get done. Maybe some cleaning out of my office and prepping for Karen for next week when I start training her. It is an exciting afternoon though. My mom and dad decided that they were gonna come. Mom has an appointment actually in town tomorrow, so they're just gonna come tonight and stay overnight. We are going to go to the farmer's market downtown tonight and see what we get up to. I also have sprints tonight with my patrons, so I'll get some good reading done. Lots of things to look forward to after work, so hopefully the day goes fast and we can have some fun this evening. Story time. So I got home yesterday and realized that one of my headphones was missing, and I didn't think much of it. I sometimes take my headphones out at work, leave them on my desk, and so I thought it was probably at work. I pulled up my Find My products on my iPhone, and it indeed said that my right headphone was at church. So I wasn't worried about it. I knew it was probably on my desk. I just used my left one last night. Well then, I got into work, checked on the desk, it wasn't there. What the heck? Checked the Find My app again, and it still said it was at church. So I looked around my desk, looked on the floor, and I said, no way. No way would it be out in the parking lot, would it? I do remember dropping my headphone case on the floor, or on the ground by the car when I was putting everything in the car yesterday. So I came out to check, and there it was. My poor little headphone. Can you see it? It got crushed, I think probably by my own car as I pulled away. So it is broken, very broken. I just tested to see if it would go in the case. It does not. So I've got my left one. It's the only one that works, and I just bit the bullet and bought a new set of headphones because I literally have them in all the time. So bummer that happened, totally my own fault, but my poor little headphone is no more. Hopefully my left one lasts me until tomorrow. Amazon is great. I know I shouldn't give my money to Jeff Bezos, but the headphones are coming tomorrow, which is very helpful to me. So that's my story time. It's time to go home for lunch. Willie and I will just have leftovers. I think we have pancakes left over. I think we have meatballs left over. And we still have spaghetti too from Monday night. So I don't know what I'll have. I don't know what Willie will have. We'll decide. And then I'm gonna try to film a couple of shorts over lunch. I realized that if I have my next book picked, I will read through these books faster. I started When We Were Bright and Beautiful this morning, just very, very small amount that I have gotten into it. It's about a woman, don't even know her name, and her brother has been accused of raping somebody, and she doesn't think her brother could do that. So that's all I know so far. Haven't read any more in Unlikely Animals, but yeah, that's where we're at. I'm not wanting to start either of those or pick either of those up, so I hope that choosing my next read will make me want to pick those up. That's where I'm at. Let's go eat some lunch. I ordered this like a week and a half ago, maybe even 2 weeks ago, so I'd completely forgot that it was on the way. But this is a new solution of mine to bullet journaling. I have not been super excited about bullet journaling lately, and I still wanted the freedom of a bullet journal, but I just didn't want to set up every single thing. So this is the dot cross journal from Scrolls That Matter. I think that there are some setups like already pre-made, but then a lot you can customize. So I'm gonna open this actually in an upcoming video when I set up my September bullet journal, because I think I wanna start it when I start my new job at the school. I feel like I won't have as much time to work on my bullet journal when I'm at school and on my feet working with people 8 hours a day. So I want something that'll be easier for me to set up. Anyway, that's why I got this, the dot cross planner from Scrolls That Matter. I got it in the B5, which I'm excited to have the larger book again. I went down to the A5, I think accidentally last time, and I like having more planning space. So that was a fun little surprise that I forgot about coming in the mail. I have lots of things coming in the mail. My headphones, my bookends, that. I shouldn't order so much stuff online. That can be dangerous. Anyway, let's get lunch prepped. Look who's here! Hello! We're going to the farmer's market! Woohoo! Everybody ready?
Yeah!
Yeah!
Look at my motorcycle.
Very cool. Mom's here. We went to the farmer's market. I had my sprints, and then Mom got us Dairy Queen. Thanks for that, Mom. I wanted Mom to share. This is my mom, Lisa, by the way. Hi. I think you know her, but I wanted my mom to share the reads she has, or the books she has read so far for Deck of TBRathon. Do you remember the cards you drew?
The first card was 2, and that was
oh, that was perfect.
somehow related
to
the last read. And my last read before I started the readathon was Saturday Night at the Lakeside Supper Club by J. Ryan Straddle. And so when I drew 2, I chose to read The Fountains of Silence by Ruta Sepetys because I could read for 5 points the author with the same first letter of their last name.
That was such a bad prompt of us. It like makes no sense and people don't understand it.
Oh, I think it makes perfect sense.
It makes sense,
but it's hard to say.
Yeah, it's hard to explain what it is.
So
that was your
I
first book.
really
Did you like it?
loved that book. Okay. I started reading it kind of late at night and I don't necessarily like to start reading a book late at night when I think I'm only going to read a few pages. I'd like to get a little further into it when I start. And I started reading and I couldn't stop.
Is that when Dad had to tell you to turn the light on?
Yeah, he usually does. But it just grabbed me, and the subject matter right away was very evident, and it just, she did a phenomenal job of developing characters and telling the story and making it really just very intriguing. And so I really enjoyed reading it. And that's also, it was almost 500 pages, I think.
Yeah, that was a big book.
470, something like that. And sometimes that size of a book or that length of a book kind of makes me nervous. I think, oh, it's going to take me forever to read. And I read it really pretty quickly, just a couple days.
Good.
Yeah, it was an excellent read.
Does that mean 5 stars from you?
I would say it's a 5-star read. I
Cool.
loved it. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
I really, really liked it. And then my next draw was an ace, which meant that
She interpreted it a little different.
I interpreted that differently. So I went to my host and said, "You have to pick a book for me."
Mm-hmm.
What she was really supposed to do was pick a card for me.
She was supposed to watch my short, but my mom doesn't know what that means.
I was kind of confused. And so
But just-
then what was your pick for your short? Because you said it was an 8, wasn't it? A number 8?
Depends on
A
which
card
one.
8.
I mean,
Well,
it had to have been the most recent from when you drew it, so it doesn't matter. She just
Anyway.
read a book that I chose for her.
yes, which was The Happily Ever After Playlist by Abby Jimenez. And I also just read
The Friend Zone.
The Friend Zone. I couldn't think of the name of it. Okay, so The Friend Zone, which is the first book in a series of 3, and this was the second one. And so I'd really enjoyed The Friend Zone, and I was excited to get to this one and kind of see what was happening down the road from that first one. So I also, got into this pretty quickly. I think the first time I read that was maybe the night that Dad said,
Oh,
aren't
that's
you
when
going to
you
turn
wanted to
off the
turn off the
light? Anyway, because I read like 50 pages. And usually when I read before bed, I'm kind of falling asleep and not knowing exactly what I'm reading. But
Yeah.
not that night. It was really good. And so that was my second book. Now I drew a number 9.
Yeah, because it was
Which
on the cover.
says something about on the cover. And the book that I have chosen to read, which I have not started yet, but I'm starting tonight, is called The Frozen River, which is another recommendation of yours because I know you've read it and said it was really, really awesome. So I'm looking forward to getting that one started.
Yeah, I think you'll really love that one.
Yeah.
About a midwife in the 1500s, and she just has like such a good husband and children, and I think you'll really like that one.
Okay, so it's really, really historic.
Yes, very historic.
Okay.
But good.
Good.
I think you've had a good readathon so far.
Well, I think I have. Yeah.
You've read, I mean, you finished 2 books already, and it's only
Already
the 8th of
in
the month.
this month. I know.
It's pretty dang good.
I usually am a little slower than that with reading. I mean, sometimes when I finish a book, I want a few days in between because I need to kind of
It's called
digest.
a book hangover.
Yeah. I kind of need to digest what I've read, and I'm not quite always ready to start a new book, but I've kind of been more excited to do this. As a matter of fact, when I finished the first book, The Fountains of Silence, I finished it at about 11:30 at night, and I was already in bed
Did you get up and draw a
I
card?
got up and drew my card and tried to figure out what I was going to read next because I thought, oh, I got to keep going.
That's
So,
what I think most people are finding. Like, they're just so excited to draw the next card.
yeah, to get to what
Yeah.
the next one is. So, so now I'll see how much time it takes to read The Frozen River. It's a little
long one, too.
A bit of a longer one as well, but
But a really good story. And one of my followers, Jane, told me to, if you can, read it in bigger chunks. Just
okay.
because so much story happens.
Okay, that's a good.
Yeah.
That was one thing. One comment I should make about the Fountains of Silence. The chapters are very short.
I love that.
Very compact, and she writes so much into one short little, 2-page chapter.
You should read more of her books.
Oh, she is a fantastic writer, and so much could happen in each chapter. That was really a fun book, and that I think also helped it to feel like
move
it was
along.
going faster. Yeah.
Oh yeah, short chapters are the best.
Yeah. So that was great.
Well, good job, Mama.
Yeah, thanks.
reading.
It's been fun so far. And like you said, we're only a week or so
I know, a
into
week
it,
in.
so we'll see what happens by the end of the month.
Oh, what team are you on?
I'm on the black team,
She's a mood reader.
a mood reader. I do have a TBR list, but I certainly don't stick to it.
Right.
It's just for ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay, well, black team, you've got some good points from my mom. Yay! I'm gonna get ready for bed and then I'll tell you how my books are going.
Good.
My mom should be a YouTuber. She's so funny. She just...
What?
She just went with my question and ran with it. She's so cute. Okay, so my books. I am probably farthest along in this one, When We Were Bright and Beautiful. I'm on page 169. And I'm not loving it. Not at all, actually. It is about a family who is pretty rich, and one of the boys in the family, the brother, gets accused of raping a girl, and the family just does not see how that can be possible, even though there are witnesses and the girl was unconscious. And yeah, it reminds me a lot of like the Brock Turner case, and because this boy was an athlete at a pretty prestigious school, he could just get away with it. So it's making me mad. I think there's maybe going to be a point to all of that, and so that's why I want to keep reading. But so far just not liking any of the characters because they think that they are holier than thou. As far as unlikely animals, let's see, I have really good angles tonight with my filming. I'm on page 56. It's slow going, but interesting because our main female character can heal with her hands. Not like fully heal, but help in medical ways. And her father is dying of cancer, so she's maybe going to try to help him. Not quite sure about that storyline yet. But the other thing that's very odd is it's told from the perspective of all of the dead people in the cemetery. That's goofy. And then the other thing is our main character, Emma, her best friend from high school, is missing, and her dad is trying to find her. Even though he's dying, he wants her found. So those are the main things that are happening in this book so far. Not hating it, but also just not quite to the point of liking it yet either. I mean, only 50 pages in. It's hard to tell. So I'm going to keep reading these. I will probably just read Unlikely Animals tonight before I fall asleep. But yeah, that was the day. It was a good day. Tomorrow's Friday, so it should be a good vlog. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.